This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to the home of one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 18th, set atop Devil's Cauldron Volcano. I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're here today in the South Pacific Ocean. This course has it all: cliff shots, shortcuts, a skull-shaped green, and of course, volcano. Frank, what do you make of this most unusual layout?
Rich, it's not for the faint-hearted. You'll see Buccaneers Bay out there, to be avoided, like a lot of the traps out there. Anybody with a cutlass or flying the wrong flag, stay away from them as well. But there's green fairways. There's a little green on the end with the right place to go. Find that, that's your treasure. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
Second shot.
Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Oh, this could be good. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, here at the par 3 second, a player has to be really careful because you could take one across the bow.
And you've got to hit it with a cannon down here, long par 3. You get close to that green, see the water on the right there, plus the waterfall. Our little commentary box up there hopefully doesn't get ransacked during the course of play. Green well protected, as you'd expect, by 2 bunkers. You never know what you find in these bunkers.
You and I have been positioned in some really nice spots in our commentary boxes through the years. Pebble Beach, along the cliffs of the Pacific Ocean, the old course at St. Andrews. This might be the most unusual spot, a treehouse.
It is, especially when we got to walk across that bridge. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Could it be? How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Frank, this is an amazing tee ball that the player is asked to hit. You need to be down that left side. That's obvious, but you don't want to go too far left. That is also obvious.
Yeah, too far left and you'll be more than shipwrecked. This is the first par 5 at Treasure Island. A good one down that left side, obviously between the water and mountain range. And you just might be able to get home in 2.
Can't tell, Frank. Do you think there's a way to go down that right side?
There is a secret passage. I can't tell you. That's fine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And from the fairway for his second shot here. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
And setting up here in the rough.
Should be safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
so close.
Inexcusable.
This for par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Well, here at the fourth, the tee shot, Frank, requires a player to be extremely accurate. I mean, they do not give you a wide space to land that golf ball.
Plus, that fairway is anything other than straight. It's more serpent-like. So you've got to know exactly how far you hit your driver so you can decide which part of that fairway to land it on. Wonderful backdrop in the distance, though. There's Devil's Cauldron, the volcano in the distance.
That is some sight.
Great swing, Rich. Fundamentally really solid. Sets up to the ball, stands to the ball well. Good full backswing. Nothing's overly hard. Really good speed increase too on the way down. Effortless.
I love the rhythm and tempo of that swing. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Frank, this is quite a hole, isn't it?
It's certainly not a hole to lose your head on. Short par 4, dogleg slightly to the right.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Starting to pile them up. 1, 2, 3, now 4 birdies on the round. 6th hole now at Treasure Island, Frank. This is a severe downhill par 4.
A series of tee boxes here to play, but you're right, Rich. Just sort of tee it up there, let that ball float a little further because of the downhill. Tee shot wants to be left of that huge needle rock to the player's right. And from there, once again, you're not going to have a long second shot to a green that is very, very kind.
You are going to have some really good views from up here. That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Starting to feel it. 2 in a row. 5 under for the tournament. Well, Frank, this is some hole. This is a par 5, the 7th. It snakes its way all across the island.
You think in a direct route you could be able to reach this par 5 and 2, but the rock down the distance nearly makes that second shot impossible to try and carry over that. Plus the fact it's a lot of uneven lies down here on this fairway. Step sort of drops down in level as it goes down the left side, and chances are you won't get a flat lie for that second shot. So play this as a 3-shotter.
right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Good-looking shot right here. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Settles in over the putt. So with that make, now at 7 under par. 8th hole, Frank, and X marks the spot. Wonder what's under that green, partner.
Well, you'd think there'd be gold bullion, something like that, but really the best you're going to get is maybe a birdie or perhaps an ace.
You didn't win a car back then, did you?
No, it was, what was it, doubloon in those days?
Spanish doubloon. Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
I agree. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here into red numbers. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Straight away now here on the par 4 9th as we round out the front side, Frank.
2 masts in the distance. They're actually from the old pirate ship. Mast on the left side of the fairway. Mast on the right is the right side of the fairway. So you've got a little advantage there.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball. And a 130-yard shot now. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Eight under par for the round. Moving on to the 11th, it's a par 5 right in the middle of Buccaneer Bay. And Frank, this is an ingenious design.
You've got to keep both hands on the wheel here, Rich, because there's so many choices involved. Really 5 fairways to hit at, and then there's a landing area in the distance if you can't reach this par 5 and 2. Obviously, the further right you go, the shorter the hole gets. But look how much smaller the fairway gets.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. to where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Should be safely on deck.
Oh man, not a good shot at all.
It was wicked.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. 12th hole, Frank, and just explain to me, where in the world do you go here?
Well, there's choice of 5, really. The last 2, I doubt anybody, unless they really power up, can find one of those 2 landing areas. Really the first 3. But those first 3 provide a lengthy second shot into what has to be one of the most difficult par 4s on the second 9. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. About 120 yards to the hole. Frank, it is starting to warm up. We're getting toward the tail end of the round.
You're feeling the heat, aren't you?
I'm feeling it.
You know where the heat's coming from?
Where?
See that big thing up there?
Can't miss it.
It's not a mountain. It's a
volcano.
You know what comes out of a volcano?
Heat.
Lava. It's not good.
It's nasty. Bang, bang, back-to-back birdies. Frank, this is an amazing hole. The par 5 13th. First chance eventually to get to Volcano Island, but also a chance to make a huge number here. So much trouble.
Well, you can see why, too. There's trouble all over the place here, Rich. Fairway really is down the right side. And then it depends on how far you hit that tee shot. For the multiple of choices with the second, do you go all the way down there? Do you even try and reach the par 5 and 2? Or do you skip across to the other side on the left and then faced with a lengthy third shot? All those decisions abound on this par 5, just under 600 yards. I'm loving that balance.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, you're in the business of analyzing golf shots.
I don't want to see that one again.
Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. Frank, you could say the back nine starts to heat up right about this point in the round.
You could say there's a lot to love about this one.
This is just at the base of Devil's Cauldron, the volcano, to the right of the player, teeing off here at the 14th.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power though?
Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it. That's an absolute beauty. Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, dare I say, he's about to enter the zone.
Oh, it just looks way too easy. Everything in the right direction. I hate to say it's a formality, but it looks like 4 in a row.
Frank, we say it so often in golf, it's a grind. This is a grind with a capital G.
Certainly is. Up, up and away as we start our climb up the hill. Par 3's not overly long, but it's going to play much longer than its real yardage because we're going up, straight up that volcano. So you better flight that tee shot properly.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Partner, what do we have here at the par 4 16th?
They call it Devil's Elbow, and I guess that's because it looks like an elbow and it goes to the right. But there's no funny bone. Look, it's been taken away, so there's no laugh if you go left or find that ravine. Difficult par 4 really because you have to be precise there, and that green cut quite away into the side of that, well, Rich, it's a volcano and it's starting to heat up.
Beautiful looking shot right here. This is about 125 yards. That might be a fat 8-iron for me. Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich. It really did.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Well, Frank, we thought 17 at TPC Sawgrass was hard. Try hitting it over lava.
I was going to say, this is a lovely finishing hole, Rich. A lovely finishing hole.
That will be a great look at birdie. has this for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
Frank, reminds me a little bit of TPC Sawgrass, the famous Island Par 3, the 17th hole, except here you're hitting over lava.
And things, if they haven't already heated,
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we will be calling all the action for today's event.
Rich, I'm armed and ready. Are you?
I am. Battle gear on. Let's get it going. .180 yards to the flagstick. Frank, no leisurely stroll from the clubhouse to the first tee like most golf courses. Here we go from an aircraft carrier on the first tee.
Yeah, it's a scary little sight trying to take off there on that opening tee shot. Green situated on a little island. 186 yards though. That's what we've been radioed in, the yardage today.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. -1 in the early going. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there. Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Could be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left, trees, a little bit of sand. There is the bridge as well.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies.
A little bit of guesstimation required here. We'll radio in the yardage. 216 yards to the middle of the green, and you've got to carry the destroyer. So this has to come down from quite a bit of height. Wind a little off the left.
Needless to say, tough defense setup around this green.
Well protected. One of the things I think that's captivated the audience now with Rory McIlroy is he's doing things that we thought only one other player could do, and that's Tiger Woods. When you can street fields in a major championship by, nearly double figures, that's when you're in a class of your own. And I know that's stating the obvious.
He has a gear, Frank, that I don't think other players have. You might be rolling along at 95 miles per hour and you think you're moving, and you look to your right and you blink and go, who was that? Somebody just went by me, and he's doing 125 and making it look easy. This kid is really special. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. He's hit the green, but his work is by no means finished. A difficult putt coming up from about 25 feet. Frankie seems to have found something already. 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row. That was a good run at it, Rich.
Has this to save par. He was fooled a little bit on that one, Frank. Getting set now over the putt. Well, it was bound to come to an end at some point. Drops just 1 shot after that terrific stretch of birdies. Frank, here at the 4th, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side if it's successful. This rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area. And of course the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight crew, Frank.
Well, Rich, we should dig ourselves a trench and see what happens.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Wait, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
So a tester from 4 feet. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Now the par 3 5th, and Frank, what can you tell us about this hole?
This green is guarded by the burning destroyer on the left, but that beach area on the right, you're going to need to go on there, so no chance really of making par or getting that ball up and down. Palm trees on the left side of the screen. There is a nice little avenue, but if you're creative, a nice little draw here would be perfect.
This is a good-looking shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's no snack, though. Now putt for par.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, then that score is going to rack up very quickly.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, here at the 6th, a really fascinating hole.
It is mid sort of 200 yards, shared greens, a bit like St Andrews. But because you're hitting it over an island, you're almost going to have to parachute this tee shot in here and get it to land softly. There's a lot of things going on behind to the left and the side. It's like a little village that you're heading into. Hopefully you don't need a passport.
Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Oh, do that! Frank, I don't know if it's legal, but a player might want to get a detailed map from high overhead, maybe from a bomber squadron flying by, just to get an idea of what they're navigating on this hole.
Well, if you can't call one in, you can always go up one of those lookout towers and maybe get a good surveillance of the hole, or even the wind direction. It's not overly long, just under 160 yards. Green sets up nicely, though, directly aiming at the player at the tee.
That is classy.
They had a chance of going in. Oh, chance for birdie.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Partner, look at that. Left here at the 8th hole. You and I could shoot a little hoop. You want to play a little donkey?
Yeah, it's very observant of you, Rich. Also, the barracks just up ahead that protect the left side of this green. So there's a lot of visual intimidation on this par 3. Follow the sandy trail, and there's green at the end.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game. You know what's better than 2 birdies in a row?
What's that?
3. That's what he's going for.
That's a turkey in bowling, isn't it?
He's no turkey.
Now they're rolling 3 under par. Frank, it's been a real battle out here so far on the front 9. Let's finish it off in style here.
There's a great view just slightly right of the 9th green. Look out. Now, that's full of people. You might get the appropriate applause, maybe even a standing ovation, at least a salute. 150 yards approximately to that flag, but you have to be precise. And let's see how precise you can be.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How about that? 4 under par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Now at the 11th, and Frank, looking out over the expanse of this hole and really the entire golf course here at Paracel Storm, it's amazing because we're looking at a military playground, but at one time you have to remember this island was under siege.
Well, right now this is almost like an obstacle course from one of the shortest par 3s on this golf course. Seawall once again protecting the beach side of the hole. Plenty of green there to the right side. That's a nice fat part of the green. Really, it shouldn't be a problem.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frank, I've made a bagel order or a donut order half a dozen, but birdies, that I've never done.
I tell you, this is going to be Krispy Kreme time. 6 in a row.
He'd settle for par here. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich, this hole really should be called Shipwreck, that little lone island sitting out there, protected by the boulders in front, and, well, just enough room, really, for this green and the tee for the next hole.
241 yards, Frank. This island green makes 17 at TPC Sawgrass look like putt-putt.
Surely not.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Oh man, just slides by, and only a tap in left. Good putt. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Here we are now at the 13th, and Frank, this is a stout-looking hole.
Rich, it certainly is. No time to be superstitious on number 13. The trenches, they protect the back and the right of this green. Anything left of that, time to call in the Navy. Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit.
If you're going to hit it down.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Frank, here at the 14th, not a long hole, but not a big green either.
It almost lulls you into that false sense of security. You just see the green, it stands up like an old sand dune. The beach around doesn't seem to be that problematic. A few trees behind, really, they just give you a nice line. But beware of what looks straightforward.
Looks sort of like a deserted island, Frank. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. I mean, you just don't see this too often. How about 9 birdies on the card today? What a round. Now to the 15th hole. Danger in the center of the green here, Frank.
Yeah, chance to ambush the player, really. All those trees, you never know what's going to jump out of there. And, well, we've seen the 6th hole at Riviera with the bunker in the middle. You now have a crop of trees.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Just a couple of feet. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. And just take a look out at the battleships burning, those solar panels, the bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Did the job right there. Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Now the finishing hole, Frank, and just a spectacular looking hole.
Yeah, chance to complete our mission. Should we succeed here at 18? If anything, you want to keep the ball a little left of the flag. Otherwise, we're off the beach. Oh, this is straight at it.
And it's a really good line. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Shouldn't be a problem here. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.